Shalom Israel, this is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
I say that because Amerigo Vespucci was an Italian navigator who claimed he found a new world. They named it after him. Amerigo Vespucci, then you had America. Scipios Africanus, a Greek conqueror. During the Punic Wars, which they do teach you in school, but they don't get deep in it. During the Second Punic War, he had a war with Hannibal Barca, a Hebrew warrior. He defeated him. All of Hannibal's territories became Africanus' territory. What did he do next? He named the land after himself.
Teach the people.
Scipios Africanus, that's where you get Africa from. So you have Amerigo Vespucci, Scipios Africanus, then you have now you calling yourself African American. This is the power of this Bible, because this knowledge was not taught to us in school. We had to dig into the Bible to know our nationality. Until you know your nationality, your faith is geared towards the wrong path. I'll give you a quick example. The old lady, or you might have a family member that is faithful to buying that scratch off. Because what? They believe one day I'm going to scratch it and it's going to say $100,000. It's going to say $1 million. So guess what? They believe they're going to be rich one day, so they're faithfully buying that scratch off ticket. In some way or some form, all of you have faith, as much as you deny this Bible. Some way or some form you have faith.
Bring it out!
The brother that likes to drink all day, all night, he believes drinking that liquor is going to pacify his problems. So guess what? You see him in the liquor store faithfully. Every morning you see him in the liquor store. 12 o'clock he's in the liquor store. In the night he's in the liquor store. He's faithful to that bottle. Brother, step up.
Peace. Shalom. Why is there so much conflict? Well, not conflict, but disagreement between the two mind states of Islam and Hebrewism.
The brother got a very powerful question. The brother asks, why is it there's so much conflicts or turmoil between the belief of the Israelites in Islam, correct? The Bible has that answer. You got it? Amos 3 and 3. Amos 3 and 3. Before I give you my opinion, we always let God speak. So your question is going to be answered via scripture, not via personal feelings. You ready? Read.
Amos chapter 3 verse 3.
Read.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Can two walk together unless they agree? The problem is not really conflict and turmoil, it's agreement. Agreement in what? In belief. In belief, we have been bamboozled, we have been tricked to believe on everything that's not for us. Why do I say that? If me and you, we're going to the hospital. You say, let's walk on this side of the street. I say, let's walk on that side of the street. Are we in agreement? We're looking for the same thing. I'm pretty sure the Nation of Islam is looking for salvation, for God to rescue them, right? But the thing is, we're not on the same path. So we can't walk the same path. If I believe in God's high holy days, and you don't believe in them, how can we seek the same end result if we're not doing the same thing? Listen to what I'm telling you. If I believe that we have to keep this Sabbath day holy, and you don't believe that, if I keep it holy, I'm not in sin. And if you don't keep it holy, you in sin. Can we walk together? We can't. So we have to agree. Right. So now there is a profound history on Ishmael and Isaac. Do you know that story? Who were they?
It was two brothers. It was two brothers.
Two brothers.
If I believe.
Who was their father? I'm gonna help you out. Who was their father?
If I believe it was Abraham.
Exactly. And what else?
He chose one over the other.
Exactly. There was a promise given to one of the sons, who the covenant of God will stick with. But Islam is led to believe it was with them. That's fine if they believe that, right? But the document that predates that belief says otherwise.
Right.
The Torah, the Bible, the scriptures predates the Quran. It predates it. So what are you going to do? Believe in something that just came on the scene, or go to the origin?
Right. Well, we know that the Bible is older.
Exactly.
It's older.
Exactly. So we have history. We have from Babylon to Timbuktu that explain a more in-depth history on Muhammad, predecessor of Ishmael. He wanted to bring out this new religion. But before we get there, read that for me.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 19.
Read.
And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac.
Read.
And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant.
See that? Out of the two sons, because remember, she was barren. She couldn't have any children. So she took her handmaid Hagar to have a child for her. But that was not the child of the promise. Ishmael is known as the child of the flesh. She wanted to have that child. God didn't ordain her to have that child. When Isaac came on the scene, read that again.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac.
Read that again.
And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son.
Who said?
And God said.
Who said?
God said.
God said, you shall bear a son named Isaac. Ishmael, she wanted a child and went and got her handmaid to give her her first son, which was Ishmael. You understand? So God ordained the birth of Isaac.
Right.
Read.
And God said, Sarah thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Read.
And thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant.
For an everlasting covenant. Now, we're going to jump from Genesis, which is the beginning, right? That's what the term means, to the New Testament. Finish reading it.
And with his seed after him.
And with what?
And with his seed after him.
And with his seed after. Give me that one in Amos, called your sons to be prophets. We're going to move from that to another prophet prophesying who would be the prophets to God. Now, you would have to prove to me, where did the prophecy in the Quran happen? Focus me, brother, focus. Now you would have to prove to me in the Quran the prophecy that said Ishmael and his children would be the ones that will hold a covenant. So what I'm doing is showing you in the beginning, God told him that Isaac is going to be the one that carries the covenant forever. Now I'm going to prove by another prophet that who God chose to be his prophets. He didn't choose every nation. Read that.
Amos chapter 2 verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets.
Read.
And of your young men for Nazarites.
See that? We are known to be the prophets in Nazarite. We were ordained through a promise to our forefathers that we will bring out the prophecies in this book. The Israelites was ordained to do that. The history of Ishmael is in depth. Now, get me that in Galatians. Galatians 4, right? 6. Who was born of the flesh and who was born of the promise? Have you ever read that, my brother? Galatians. Because I'm pretty sure this is new to you. Because we listen to people speak, and we repeat what they say. And we have no proof to back it up. So what I'm showing you right now, I'm giving you the proof. I'm giving you the chapters from a book that predates that belief. You understand what I'm saying? 2:6.
Galatians chapter 4 verse 22. For it is written that Abraham had 2 sons.
It was written. Abraham had 2 sons. You knew that. You knew that already. But I took you to Genesis and showed you who was the promise ordained to out of the 2. It was Isaac, correct? Read on.
The one by a bondmaid.
The one by a bondmaid. Her name was Hagar. She was a servant. Being that Sarah was barren, she couldn't have no children. The custom was to have your handmaid bear a child for you to carry on the inheritance of his father. Understand? Read.
And the other by a free woman.
And the other by who?
A free woman.
Which would be Sarah. Read.
But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
Which proves what I said. It wasn't my feeling to say Ishmael was born of the flesh. What does it mean to be born of the flesh? What I want to do. Yeah, my personal feeling. I feel that I should have a son. Let me get my handmaid to have a son. That was something. He was a child of the flesh. Sarah wanted that thing. You understand? That's what it means to be a child of the flesh. Read on.
But he of the free woman was by promise.
He of the what?
Of the free woman was by promise.
He of the free woman was by promise. The free woman being Sarah. The promise being God saying unto Abraham, around this time your wife Sarah shall bear a son. His name shall be Isaac, and unto him will the covenant be forever. Repeat.
I have another question.
Okay, let me just finish it. Give me that in Romans 9. Then. Romans 9. Because remember, the analogy was, how could 2 walk together unless they be in agree? Excuse me?
Sarah wasn't a free woman. She wasn't a slave, but she wasn't a free woman. She was a woman in Israelite society. So she actually owned nothing. She was nothing without
During the period, our forefather Abraham was sovereign. He wasn't owned by anybody.
No,
So
he wasn't. But
this is what's recorded in the Bible. What you're saying to me is, you gotta show me document. Don't tell me what you feel.
Honey,
Show me versus the Bible. That's beautiful. Bring out your books. Bring out your understanding in this debate. Your word of your mouth don't stand with God. Read Romans 9.
Romans chapter 9 verse 7.
Read.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Listen to this. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Ishmael were sons of Abraham, right? Read.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Are they all children? There's a distinction. Even though they both came from Abraham, that doesn't mean they are the children of God, the children that he chose. Read on.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in who?
But in Isaac.
No, in Ishmael.
In Isaac.
In Muhammad.
In Isaac.
The Bible do not lie. And we're giving you facts. I'm not giving you my opinion. This book predates that faith. The book is telling you the covenant was not with Ishmael. Amos is telling you that the prophets of God will be the Israelites.
That's right.
And is the Israelites today. Because we don't see see nobody else doing this work. We don't see nobody else being hated for bringing out the gospel. Check out all the church denominations. Who hates them? Nobody. But we're being hated and targeted and being called a cult because what? We're reading the Bible. So there must be some truth to what we're saying.
We used to scream black power while Haim was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.